Hey, dickweeds. When we said subscribe, we didn't mean unsubscribe.
Hey, weed dicks. When we said subscribe, we actually meant it.
Thank you for those who have. Hey, it's Reaction Thursday, Mailbox Thursday. The lore is that Nick hates me. What?
Before we get to that, like, subscribe, you're here. Just do it now. You made it this far. It's not going to get any more tolerable.
It's 5 degrees outside. We can't pay the electric bill. We need $3 more of ad revenue.
Yep.
Anyway, so what do you got cooked up for me today?
I've got a little smorgasbord.
Oh yeah, well I did not prep this for you at all.
We're gonna watch an episode of MKUSUAL and react to it.
All right, it'll be this stuff. So.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna spin the wheel.
We actually have a bonus video that I'm gonna show.
No matter what.
No matter what, but odds are we'll get to all of them.
10.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. So chew on this one.
No!
This
person is a lord of chaos. I'm so happy I'm not a gum guy.
That's so. You know when they say like don't swallow gum?
Yeah. Please
It
swallow.
probably just is still in there. Like
What's still
your
in
body
there?
can't break it down. Like it just. I don't know.
Oh.
This just makes me think like it's just so reusable and like just like once gum takes gum form, it matter is in that state forever.
Have you ever chewed gum so long that it breaks down?
No.
I have.
Okay.
I used to
You're
when I was a kid, I used to love Hubba Bubba, Bazooka Joes.
Bazooka Joes are good.
I would chew them and then when they lose their flavor, because I'm poor, I'm a kid, I'd put ice in my mouth and I'd chew it with ice because that brings the flavor back.
Okay.
And I would just chew the same piece of gum, but I keep doing the ice thing and eventually it becomes like a soup.
You're a real masticator.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was fucking terrorism.
Yep.
Thanks for that. Okay.
Give the wheel a crank here.
As a person who's kind of a hypochondriac,
Yeah,
I'm scared fentanyl's on my dollars. All right. And I got to worry about fucking used gum. 1. Just
Ooh.
barely.
Whoops.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. What was the...
That's the actual Japanese game show version of Squid Games.
That's hilarious. Dude, they're so hardcore. Why are they...
It's like point blank with it. mysterious bukkake liquid.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. It was like a water cannon. Looks like it fucking hurts.
Yeah, it was Kewpie mayo.
What is up, Japan?
That's probably some of the lighter content.
Yeah. I've seen some weird shit.
Usually their pranks are like horrifying.
I've seen some pretty funny ones. Like there's one where they have like 100 people run down like a street. Like somebody will be like walking home through like a little street, and then like they'll like come around the edge, and there'll be like this mob of 100 people running at them.
That would be terrifying.
I know.
What do people do? Like
They usually drop their shit and run with them.
it's like it's pretty.
Human instinct, right? All right.
Yep.
Japan, what's going on, buddy? Did I tell you about the worst reaction channel ever?
No.
It's on Rumble. Okay, I only get on Rumble basically because I have YouTube Premium. So I get on Rumble to upload our shit. And then there's some interesting stuff on there you can't find on YouTube. But it has ads, so I don't. But there's these people I always watch while our shit's uploading, and it's called Educated.
Oh, maybe you did. It's like they're just dry.
Dude,
And
I think about it every time we do one of these Thursday shows. I'm like, don't be them. Don't be them. They're just like these two old. Maybe they're not that old. Maybe life just. But they're educated people, and I think they work for like a political caucus. But their show's like the entertainment one, and they watch videos, and they never say anything. They're always just like I saw one last night when I was uploading yesterday's show. It was like a TikTok of a lady who her dog has like funny hair. Okay. He has like human like hair on his head, and so she gets it styled, and like she has this page where she does all these little fun hairdos for her dog. Completely innocuous, funny. And like, just as an example, these people on this show are just like, spending all that time on a dog's hair. And that's like all they have to say about it. They're just like, she spends more time on that dog's hair than I do my hair. And they always look so sour.
they're not that sounds like whatever the next level of stick in the mud is.
They're like stick in the mud. There was one where there was a hotel.
Log in a swamp.
There was one where it was showcasing like a vacation destination of a hotel that's like on a mountainside. And all they had to say was like, what do people think of next? Who wants to? They're like, not for me. I wouldn't sleep on a mountain. It's like, dude, who hired you people? Sure, they're very educated though. They could be our guests. Maybe they'll react to us. 8. I want to see if we get through these.
5, 6, 7. Counting hard.
Lockheed Martin.
To blow your mind, Lockheed Martin has invented a technology for planes that allows the plane to literally change shape, grow, change color, charge itself without any wires, and also potentially fly autonomously, which for us sounds a lot like what we perceive to be UFOs. They've developed a technology called the skin of an aircraft, and it's not like your traditional paint job that's a protective layer over the plane. This acts like a living organism, and it can literally allow the plane to change shape on demand. It's more of a muscular material. So what happens is the plane has an intuitive ability to sense when the plane needs to change shape. So imagine it'd be like if you had a couch that sensed that you needed a nap, and so it changed into a recliner. This is all possible because of the plane's advanced sensors and data flow that are built into the skin using no wires. It is because of this advanced technology that the plane is also able to change color in seconds and also potentially fly autonomously. They believe these planes will fly in packs and are smart enough to communicate and learn from each other while mid-flight. So next time you're out and you think you're seeing UFOs, you might just be seeing Lockheed Martin testing out this new technology. Also, if they're announcing this technology to the public, it makes you wonder what type of technology is out there.
Whoa, dude. Okay.
classic tech conspiracy. What they're announcing now is so advanced, and imagine what they've sat on and like
Shape-shifting plane, and she kept saying like, I like the.
it sounded like AI generated text or something like, but
Yeah, it's getting easier. In my opinion, people have gotten way too bold with this AI shit. You can always, sometimes I don't call it out for a few minutes, but they'll say something in a video that makes that a human being wouldn't say.
yeah,
They're like, man sat on phone, and you're like, oh, this whole thing's AI. That's okay. I just Googled this. This is from 2003. Flight Global. Skunkworks examines shape-shifting aircraft.
2003. Holy fuck, dude.
And then there's one
I thought
from.
it was recent, but I didn't.
Well, I mean, things. And then there's one from 2007 from NASA. Validation of Lockheed Martin morphing concept with wind tunnels. It's a paper. Here's a shapeshifters plane article from the Smithsonian from 2007. Holy shit. I think it's kind of weird. Like, okay, so you literally are describing a fucking UFO.
Yeah.
And she keeps going, and they might even be able to fly autonomously. Like, that's the least
Right.
surprising part to me is that it has AI. Dude, okay, so I cannot believe, with all the UFO shit I read, that I've never heard of this.
Same. I had never.
ResearchGate has an article about it from a while ago. What year is this from? This is... Dude, they got all these schematics. So what I'm hearing here is we have shape-shifting planes already.
It could appear, which that would be like if you were trying to get into enemy airspace, let's say, you could make your plane the shape of a MiG 20 whatever, a Russian plane, and it would ping on their radar.
Yes.
And it would give the same signature. Or
if it enters a dogfight, it could change color.
well, that's like the F-14, the Top Gun jet. It has like the wings that fold in and out. Like one is for maneuverability, and the other one is just for like speed.
Yes.
so
So
it's
this thing
like-
could shape into a speedster.
Yeah, just
and
like
then become
fly
like a
in
bomber.
the stealth shape and then just turn into a fucking missile and shoot out of there. Like,
Lockheed Martin can grow the skin of an aircraft that contains sensors and stores energy without any wires. They have new material that changes shape on command.
they keep using words like grow and skin and muscular, and makes it. It made me think of like the smart dust shit, because I don't really like, and nano robots. Like, I don't really fully understand.
I don't even understand how that's fucking possible.
Yeah, I can get like the abstract idea of what it is, but like the technical.
Here's a 2020 research paper on it.
So crazy.
Yeah, look at that. It like folds up like a little origami live in the air.
I mean, like, okay, I used to love, my mom would always get me like these books it would give you like pieces of paper with the folds to make on it, and you could make like a plane that does loops, or make one that flies straight a long ways, or like curves. Like, that's essentially what this is capable of. It's just like changing the capabilities of the plane in real time.
Whoa.
You could make one that just glides and almost hovers, or
Yes.
like can climb really well, or
This is nuts, dude. Half of me was like, is this real? When I was watching that, this is totally real. AFCEA International, shape of wings to come.
the reason I picked, I did not look into it, I'll be honest, but I just thought it was interesting that like it kind of ties into what we've been talking about with the drone stuff, just the kind of amorphous nature of phenomenon that we're seeing, that like it could just be us, all of it.
It could. That's kind of what my dad thinks.
Like, I'm starting to believe less and less in like an extraterrestrial thing.
Yeah.
And like,
Either that or we're reverse engineering this shit.
yeah, like, and that's kind of what Bob Lazar was saying, but then
I definitely believe that From 2 years ago, if you asked me 2 years ago, I would have been way more pro UFO alien, and now I'm way more of this shit is us.
Yeah.
This is from 2002. Researchers at DARPA have begun exploring the possibility of shape-shifting aircraft for some time.
For some time. So 90s?
That was 2002.
So the project probably, let's give it 10 years.
Weishar, a man named Terrence Weishar, has served as the program manager for DARPA's Morphing Aircraft Structures effort, MASS, when the project was resurrected more than 4 years ago. So in the white world, 1998.
Resurrected.
Yes. So before that, yeah. So we had one, and then something happened, and then we brought it back in 1998. The agency decided to revisit the morphing aircraft concept with a 3-phase program. The first 2 phases of MASS aimed at attaining 4 technical goals: innovative, active wing structures that change shape, integration and aeronautical use of advanced sensors, skin and structure materials, internal mechanisms, and distributed power sources. This is all the shit it's saying in 2024. They were doing this in 1998. For the 1-year first phase, DARPA awarded contractees to 3 firms.
98 at the latest. That's still another part that I can't fully wrap my head around.
Lockheed Martin got the contract in 2002. There's 2 other companies that have been working on it. Weishar explained that creating a truly morphing aircraft requires that changes can be made in the wing area, span, sweep, and thickness. Yeah. He's saying you could use it for reconnaissance and then change it into something else. Bro, we have this.
That's crazy. Did it name the other 2 companies?
Yes. Let me go back up. Raytheon Missiles in Tucson and Next Gen Aeronautics in Torrance, California.
Okay. I was going to guess Raytheon.
So this has been in the works for at least over 2 decades. Since I was in middle school.
3.
Yes.
Almost 30. Almost my entire life.
And that doesn't count the work they had before. This is just a flat out regular news article. Wow, get this. By the end of August, this is a 2002 article, DARPA already had reviewed each team's preliminary designs for phase 3. There was 3 phases, and we were done with 2 of them by 2002. The first flight demonstrating the next-gen aeronautics morphing aircraft is scheduled for January of 2007, followed by Lockheed Martin's in February 2007. Phase 3 will contractually end in April of 2007. We might be looking at the 2nd generation of this.
Well, if it took them 10 years to get through, this could be 3rd gen. So
Okay.
plus then the fucking exponential, like once you start discovering things, your ability to like grasp the concepts goes up exponentially too. Like
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. All right, well, we just blew the lid off some shit. All right, let's see here.
kinda.
I mean, not really. We just had our minds blown by the government. Number 6.
Fuck.
What do we got here?
Prepare yourself.
Wait, thoughts. If this guy cooks a fucking fritter in a hotel bathroom, I'm quitting the show, Nick. 1, 2, 3, go.
Challenge my pack. Well, I hate to say this, but I'm not the alpha that you want to challenge. Because my true alpha is right there.
What?
So if you want to challenge one of us, you have to go through all of us. Ain't that right, alpha?
So true. I'm back. I stepped down because I had to. Now I'm back. So, you want to challenge? Let's challenge.
You want to fight me one-on-one? Well, listen up well. He was my trainer. So I suggest you shut up and sit your ass down
Sit your ass down.
before you have to deal with him.
And I'm ready.
And we're all ready.
Oh no. Polyamory must be stopped at all costs. All right, I'm not going to say any words. But when he's like, you got to go through this guy. And then the guy comes and he's like, yeah, I was gone. Now I'm here. It's like, oh, God damn it. I don't want to punch you. It's a fucking hate crime. Who's attacking these people?
She was like, yeah, sit down, little boy.
I know. She was somehow the most cringe part of that. I don't know how you accomplished that.
Yep, that's all that was, cringe.
That was great, dude. We don't do enough cringe content.
Ugh.
I'm a big cringe content guy in my personal life. Good find. Now I noticed that these are all labeled screen recording from Instagram, but that one was labeled private message. So what I'm gathering here is that Nick's in some kind of feud with this low-functioning polyamorous couple. Pretty soon I gotta stop using this. 8, we already did it. 6, we already did it. 1, we already did it. 5.
All right.
The wheel fails us.
Gonna go a little bit north. Cows going to the air. Wedge. Gonna go a little bit north. Cows going to the air.
I always feel terrible for the animals, and
Yeah.
dude, I just got sent this thing about the horses in California.
Oh, bro.
Like how people can't get their horses out. That's fucking nuts. I still love that's the most Midwestern thing ever to see that and be like, cow.
Yeah. Well, it was like a meme. There, like the movie Twister. It obviously,
Very
and then people
famous.
are like, "Ha ha, that's ridiculous." And
Here it is.
Here it is.
It's fucking real, dude.
Yeah.
Cows. All right. We might have to abandon this to start going through it because now we might be halfway through. We're 2.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Good mix so far this week. Very entertaining. Oh God.
Speaking of, this is 3, 2, 1.
I'll be the first to say it. These LA fires are not natural fires. They're being intentionally done just like Hawaii. I spent tons and tons of hours there today. I filmed all of it. I'm going to show you right now. These fires are created intentionally, and it is not a coincidence that it's at the same time as some random windstorm in LA.
I spent hours riding around the fires looking at everything. Here's some random clips throughout the night. You can see all the houses on fire, buildings on fire, trees on fire. A lot of chaos, a lot of damage. Now this is the clip to really watch. You can see that whole house in the back is on fire, and this car parked in front of it has been completely melted into the ground, burnt to a crisp. But something interesting is the tree that hangs directly above it doesn't seem to be affected at all. Still has all those green leaves on it, nothing burnt, completely intact. Even the grass fully surrounding this car has no singe marks, it's green grass, untouched. Even that expensive, nice landscaping in the background seems to be untouched. That tree is immediately above this car. How can those leaves not have been affected by flames big enough and strong enough to burn that car down? If the flames are big enough to burn the car, they're clearly big enough to touch that tree. Yet those leaves seem perfectly intact. It seems more like it was a targeted strike of sorts, just like in Hawaii, not a natural disaster. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but you decide for
Is
yourself.
this the gambling guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, that guy looks familiar.
Yep.
Um,
So I don't know how. I'm already seeing crazy shit about the California fires. Okay, so PG&E. I can't remember the acronym. But it's like their power, gas, and electric or something.
yes.
It's their power company. There were news articles from before this. I think there's a class action lawsuit alleging that the smart meters that were installed by PG&E, which have lithium batteries in them,
Oh God.
were causing house fires.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I saw was that earlier in 2024, in the last 6 months or less, State Farm canceled all of their fire coverage in the Palisades. And the other crazy thing I saw was that in the Great Fire of San Francisco in like 1906, that was the year that whatever the previous company or organization was merged with PG&E. PG&E bought them previously. Bought the previous company in 1906 or whatever year the San Francisco fire was. And there were a lot of crazy pictures that I had never seen of that fire. I'm not a forensics expert, but they were alleging that that fire was also intentional.
There's a lot of mismanagement at the very least.
At the very least. I've seen former President Trump giving them hell on Twitter about forest management. The other thing I saw was that the first responders were going to fight these fires currently, and there was no water in the system.
There is no water. They send a shit ton of water out to the ocean to protect some fish that comes from Canada. Because they have a shit ton of water that comes from Canada, all the way down from Canada. And I guess they offshore, like there's like fire, like there's fire hydrants that don't have water.
Yeah.
And they can't fly helicopters right now because there's like 90 mile per hour winds. And like, which in some ways makes me feel like the insurance company was smart because they're like, oh, wait a minute, you don't have fire hydrants? Like, why the fuck am I insuring you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, no matter what, it's a tragedy. Fuck, dude. Stay safe, guys. Lee. This might be my last wheel spin. 9.
Right.
I didn't realize Gambling Guy did content like that.
That's the first time I've ever seen it. Oh, that was 8, I think.
Oh.
Did I fuck this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, maybe I only. Well,
That's fine.
okay.
That's too slow. Try the nail. I did that before. What? You got your foot, and so many times?
My foot is so numb I can't feel it all.
Oh shoot.
Oh, no.
There is so much wrong.
Just has his foot directly under there, dude.
He's using it. This is so crazy. Like everything in this video is crazy. Part of me thinks like he's like but his reaction is like
He's like in shock.
Yeah.
If it is fake, then
it looks like he could have his fucking toes curled up or something. But then like he says, "My foot is so numb I couldn't feel it," and like his reaction is like,
yeah, he's
panicky.
cold. Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, do this shittier way. It's that way is too slow." And then the guy at the end is like, "Oh, oops."
What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. Let me do an educated reaction. It's not the way you do nails. We don't teach these kids about nails anymore. All right. 9 again. Oh man, this might be my last wheel spin. We hit one more number we already have. We already did it. So just show me some shit you want to show me. Just tell me the number as you do it.
We'll do 3.
All right. Dan, you.
4 other times. He said it has been suppressed every single fucking time. And he said, I don't think they're going to suppress it this time. He said, I think you're in the clear. He said they obviously know about you because I've had multiple, both protective and threatening interactions with various agency affiliations, whatever. He was like, if you haven't had a U.S. government agent come to you and say, stop, shut the fuck up, stop, shut the fuck up. If that hasn't happened, they're going to let you do it. They're waiting. There are SSP motherfuckers that are fucking twiddling their thumbs. Like, is Amy not going to publish soon? Gah, we've been influencing this bitch forever. Doesn't she know we want her to publish? Jesus. And on the other side of the fence, there's multiple parties looking at each other like, didn't we tell this bitch 3 years ago that we kill people for this? Is she not listening? What is she doing? She's still doing it? What? We told her we were going to kill her 3 years ago. So I have these two different scenarios floating constantly in my life where I have people being like, do it, do it, do it. You're the one, do it. And then I have multiple people being like, they're going to kill you. Don't do it. They're going to kill you.
Whoa.
She discovered a free energy source. And that was a video a couple months before she died mysteriously in 2022.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And the video is her saying they've been doing this for 3 years.
Oh, no.
I think it was free energy. It's like an alternative energy source.
I'm going to look into her. We got to do that Friday episode about people who get killed.
She was one I'd never heard of before. And also a woman.
Yes. Oh, that sucks that she's died. Amy Eskridge, the death of promising anti-gravity researcher.
Okay, that's what it was.
Whoa. Which is, anti-gravity is free energy.
Essentially, yeah, okay, yeah. It's like magnetic fields.
Whoa, okay. She had her bachelor's in chemistry and biology from the University of Alabama, went on to receive a PhD in material science from University of Alabama. She was a co-founder and president of the Institute for Exotic Science, a public benefit corporation, international research institute described as international research institute specializing in propulsion, quantum gravity, material science, and other related fields of cutting-edge technology. She was the CEO and president of Holocron Engineering, an anti-gravity startup developing novel technologies leveraging quantum phenomenon. Holocron specializes are listed as superconductors, gravitomagnetism, research and development, electromagnetics, electroceramics, high voltage pulse power. At the time of Amy's death, she had stated that the institute, which was a high caliber research institute intended to research anti-gravity technologies in public, she notably was intentionally not working on anti-gravity as part of the Black Project or through the DoD. This was because she wanted the technology to be public, benefit to all humanity, and thought there was massive world-changing potential. When Amy was initially starting the institute, she gave a talk about it at the HAL 5 conference. A full set of slides from the presentation are available in this article here. You can watch a video of her presentation in full, so apparently this is just out there. The audience of her presentation appears to be mostly composed of aerospace research scientists, people who work at defense contractors, NASA, and the like. The intent of the presentation was to make her institute known to the audience, to try to recruit them to come conduct research for her. Toward the end of the presentation, she spends a lot of time detailing how she has several billionaires lined up, prepared to fund a wide variety of anti-gravity research in the public domain. She was using these funds to recruit scientists to come work with her. In her presentation, Amy details a variety of anti-gravity research. She specifically notes that these research published initially promising anti-gravity research in the public domain. It appears to stop publishing on the subject immediately following their first promising result. Amy calls out a prior Huntsville, Alabama-based anti-gravity researcher named Ning Lee, who has been publishing promising anti-gravity results in the 90s and then disappeared.
Oh, yeah, wow.
She presents some prior researchers' theories. She presents a variety of other research where typically what happens is there's an initial promising result published in academia, after which the researcher stops publishing entirely. There seems to be a pattern of what's happening. She had a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. The audience implies that Black World Secret Research Projects is well aware of anti-gravity. and already spends a ton of money researching it and basically forces any promising results to go dark. The researcher refuses. The audience seems to think the researcher runs a real risk of disappearing. What the fuck? We're watching that video.
Yeah.
At some point. Whoa. This is on tape of like NASA people telling her she's gonna
Basically
disappear.
threatening her, yeah, like,
at a fucking conference. I am circling her name. Whoa. Whoa. That is terrifying. Dude, we were just talking about that Lockheed thing. You know that, like, they use some small electromagnetic, like, even in, like, the stealth bomber, I've heard, they have some anti-gravitic effect, like a very small one to, like, reduce drag and, like, help with the radar. So, like, it does make sense that if you have that, if the military has that technology and someone's like, I'm just going to make it out in the open, it would make sense to kill them or disappear them.
It would easily, you could easily justify it as a national security risk.
Yeah, it'd be like if I was like, I'm going to start building small nuclear reactors to run our cars and save global warming. And
yeah.
You'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not just going to be out here making, wow.
Yeah, which is like, I don't know. I get like very mixed. I get like a complex emotion when shit like that happens because like part of me is absolutely in support of people being able to do this on their own. She has good intentions. She's not like, I'm going to do it to undermine the U.S. government. She's like, I'm going to do it so people don't have to work as hard to stay safe and have a good life. Like, if the government can't do that for you, I agree. But then I have to think about it like, some evil fuck could just wait for her to publish it and then take that, let her do all the legwork, and then take that and make some horrible weapon and kill a bunch of people with it.
I mean, okay,
so the government does have to step in. There is like a necessity for it to protect it and hide it. You know, do you like?
Yes,
does that make sense?
No, I do. No, I know. I struggle with the same thing. I'm into conspiracies and stuff, and I'm texting you that document, by the way.
Okay.
No, I'm completely with you. I have a completely mixed feelings about shit like this. Okay, now stuff like a car that runs on water, killing that guy is like a completely evil fuck thing.
Right.
Because that could just like revolutionize the world. Like, but you're talking about you're essentially talking about how to build advanced aircraft or missiles, or you know what I mean? Like, you're probably not going to use anti-gravity like to get to work faster or to like speed up.
But if you could
stock
do it,
in the shelf,
if you could have a device that like creates a electromagnetic field and that energy can be harnessed,
that's probably
And we can put one in our basement and we never pay for power ever again, and we can power the 10 houses around us.
But then what happens if that's to scale? That same technology could be used to make like an unstoppable missile.
Yeah.
Like anybody could have a cruise missile that's like.
Well, I don't know. I think
undetectable.
That might not be a bad thing either.
I'm a Second Amendment purist.
Shall not
be infringed. They had cannons back in the day. Well, okay.
They didn't have ARs or anti-gravity missiles.
Shit, dude. Yeah. Well, this is a really good lead for our eventual people who got killed for their inventions episode.
Yeah.
Did you just hear about her? Have you been aware of her? I've never heard
today.
Of her. Yeah. Damn, dude.
I have heard the lady you mentioned, the other.
The Ning.
Yeah, I did read her story a while ago, but I can't remember too much. Basically the same thing. She referenced her as like part of her research, as like a parallel, I think. But
it's kind of Huntsville, Alabama. The world's so much smaller than you think. Like, you're driving through Huntsville, Alabama, like, go get a sandwich. Like, you could be standing next to someone building anti-gravity.
Right.
Yeah.
They're picking up their dry cleaning at the same time as you. Kids are on the same soccer team.
2 people building UFOs.
So how's work? Have you been threatened by the federal government recently, or?
She looked young and healthy too.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything you must show me before
I don't remember
we round
what
this
the.
out?
I think there's only 2 left.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5,
and
6,
7.
7, 8. We've done 8.
Well, you odds or evens?
Let's see here.
I think 4 and 7 are what's left. This is a pretty good one.
3.
Bro, what? Okay, this is by far the most dangerous thing that you can buy on the internet, and it's not even close. So there are a bunch of companies that are selling DIY CRISPR kits for home use. If you didn't know, CRISPR is technology that allows you to edit genes. Now, most of these are fine, like making E. coli glow in the dark or turning plants red, but here's where it gets terrifying. To do CRISPR, you basically need a target organism. You need something called the Cas9 protein, which snips the genome. And then you need something called gRNA, which guides the Cas9 protein to the specific spot on the genome that needs to be cut. All these kits have specific and different gRNA that makes them do what they're advertised to do. But you can also custom make and order your own gRNA. And to order it and pick it up from the lab, you just need to say you won't use it on humans. Meaning now people can basically at home edit the genes of whatever they want. And if someone edits the wrong gene or messes up, bro, we could be cooked. I'm a big fan of freedom, but whoever's selling this, please stop. But on the other hand, I will be making this tomato plant glow in the dark and eating it, so stay tuned.
Dude, I've heard of this, and it is fucking terrifying. Dude, yeah. The minute you said scariest product, I was like, gene editing, dude. People do be doing this at home.
Even like the E. coli thing, like what if you accidentally make a super strain of E. coli? And
there's nothing stopping you.
Take it to the grocery store with you on accident.
They just make you promise
them on
use
your
it on
shirt.
humans, dude. There's got to be someone out there. There's got to be a college student who's like gene editing his roommate secretly. He's like, somebody's doing this. Gene editing their wife.
Huge knockers.
Yeah.
Enhance.
She just has a hand growing out of her forehead.
Like, babe.
What are the odds? Oh,
you're always
dude.
saying you wanted me to give you a hand around the house.
I kind of, dude, the megalomaniac side of me wants to buy a bunch of hamsters and start doing this shit to them.
I can't. I read some Michael Crichton book that was about gene editing, and like the evil villain, or like the evil corporation was just like putting glow in the dark like Monsanto on a turtle, just say like the Monsanto logo on it. That was the evil. They're gonna like advertise in the
bro
in nature. But then like there was an artist who worked with a geneticist, and they made a cactus that grew human hair. Like the book drew from actual and he showed
Oh, I hate that.
He had like bibliographies to all the actual research that he based his book on.
Maybe we could start a company. We just need an idea of what we can grow on things. Get a bunch of beta fish and like
make them have like be like checker or have like geometric cool shapes. I don't know.
Or make them I don't fucking know. They throw up aspirin or something. Okay, speaking of the Monsanto thing, were you aware that, okay, I just learned this today. In the 90s, New York Times published an article, October 1999, detailing Pizza Hut's plans to put its logo on the side of a Russian rocket destined for the International Space Station. At the time, the company, Pizza Hut, planned to use the rocket launch as a kickoff for its space-themed marketing campaign, one of which the things they wanted to do was to laser their logo on the moon.
That is sick, dude.
Dude. I literally, when I saw this earlier today, I'm probably on a list. I commented on the Facebook thing. I was like, if any company puts their logo on the moon, I'm becoming a terrorist. Unabashedly. Like, tomorrow, I am a terrorist. I'm not living on a fucking planet where you look up at the sky and our little ancient friend says Pizza Hut all the time. I will blow shit up. Theoretically.
You're gonna blow up the toilet after you eat all that garlic butter.
That's what I'm saying. All right. Well, great job, Nick. Any final thoughts?
The horrors persist, and yet so do I.
Every single one, and just like last week, the one that stuck with me the most, I think, is the reused gum back at the grocery store.
Yep,
It's
never
the most
buying gum
practical.
again. Put that in your terrorist playbook.
Boom, 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 boom. We don't know what the topic is, but tomorrow we're gonna have a good conspiracy topic.
We love you. See you tomorrow.